What a weekend in the NBA. Toronto Raptors had a heartbreaking loss in overtime that a lot of Raptor fans are saying was a good loss, if a loss can actually be good.
Yeah.
I guess so. The Golden State Warriors might be back after we saw Klay Thompson bounce back in a big way. He was talking about it a lot that he's back.
Yep.
You just wait on it, just wait on it. Well, we might have seen it. And Ben Simmons actually is playing well again.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
welcome to Homestand TV, the NBA block. I'm, of course, Justin Pooni with Jelani Goodride-Reid. Jelani, let's start with the Toronto Raptors. Of course, a 124-122 loss to the Atlanta Hawks in overtime. Scottie Barnes, a near 30-point triple-double.
He played great, man.
But
we're
not going to talk about all that. So let's talk about what happened at the end of the game. Of course, the missed layup. And then a miscommunication or a mistake on the defensive end that allowed Trae Young to be wide open and AJ Griffin to be even more open for the game-winning alley-oop. Jelani, what were your thoughts on the Barnes missed layup and then his late-game miscue in overtime?
Yeah, no, it was tough. It was a tough loss, man, because the Raptors actually were up, with a few minutes
They're up
to
by
go.
like 9 points,
yeah,
right?
with like 2 minutes remaining, right? And then just the play itself, right, with Scottie, great cut, right, goes right straight to the basket. But in that scenario, what do you have to do? I tweeted it out, and a lot of Raptors Nation tweeted this out. You gotta go to the rim with force. You have to dunk the ball. He knows that too. I believe he knows that too. I think he was thinking too much about it, right? That's why he put up the layup, dropped out, obviously. But yeah, in that scenario, even if you miss, you're potentially gonna get fouled anyway,
Exactly.
right? And you're gonna go to the line, get yourself some extra points. So that was tough to see. And then as for the final play, that was a great play by the Hawks. I don't even think the Raptors were prepared for that, right? No. Because we saw, and yes, Scottie missed assignment there, but you can't really let that happen. I'm sorry, there's no excuse in that scenario. So it was a good win by the Hawks, just clawing back. But as for the Raptors, I understand the guys were out, multiple guys were out, right?
Yeah.
A lot of our lineup. So Scottie did have a great game, but those two plays right there, especially the dunk. You got to dunk that. Yeah,
and that's what I think you're going to see the evolution of Scottie Barnes is. I want to see him more so be aggressive. And we talked about
we've been saying
it for the last couple weeks now. Scottie Barnes needs to be more aggressive, and the skill set is there, the physicality and athleticism is there. He's not skinny. He's not like, doesn't need to put weight on. He's a big dude, right?
And we saw him attack the rim.
And I think what do we harp on LeBron about? Or people, they want to see him drive the ball to the rack with the game on the line. And Scottie Barnes needs to do that. His jump shot, while it's improving,
slowly,
it's not where it needs to be, right? And I think with Scottie Barnes in those moments, go with what you know best. Go to the rim, draw contact, or just go throw it down with ferocity, right?
Like he did. He did that earlier in the game.
He did that earlier in the game.
And it was a highlight. Everyone was posting it on Twitter, right?
Exactly.
So, I don't know.
And then as for my opinion, end of the game, again, defensive miscue. These things happen. Yeah. But I think it was more so what a play by Trae Young.
Yeah. It was a smart play.
It was a great play.
If you're talking about the best plays to get a bucket at the buzzer, that was, to me, one of the best I've seen.
And I think like you get so, in the NBA, everybody gets so accustomed to just those late game, run up the court, jack up a random three, right? Well, for Trae Young to have the vision to see AJ Griffin cut to the basket, like you said, a beautiful play design by head coach Nate McMillan and the Atlanta Hawks.
And I'm surprised Nick, got exposed there.
Yeah, normally Nick Nurse is the one exposing other coaches, but again, that defensive miscue and whatever. I was very impressed by that last play. And I think the Hawks, again, are top 3 seed in the East, and they're playing very well.
And AJ Griffin, he stepped up.
The Raptors, they're playing injured, they're short man and stuff like that, but they're kind of stalling a little bit, a couple good games here, and they lose a heartbreaking game. I want to, again, we'll see what happens when everybody gets healthy again, but can they
just hold down the fort? Because they do have a few tough games coming up.
Exactly.
Like in the next 8 are going to be pretty tough. A lot of playoff contenders. So yeah, you don't have Gary Trent out there, Chua, Siakam, Banton wasn't. So I understand that. I get that.
They're shorthanded, but a lot.
I get that factor, but if we could probably get a game like that, what we saw with Scottie Barnes, right? That could probably lead to some wins.
Imagine
that should have been a win the other day.
Exactly.
In my opinion.
It should have been a win. They should have won that game. Now they have some time off to get healthy. I don't think they play till Wednesday, I believe, against Brooklyn. So you have time to get healthy, but let's see what happens with Brooklyn now. How that's going to,
that's right.
With the whole Kyrie being back involved. Ben Simmons is playing a lot better now. So it might be a different Brooklyn Nets team.
Watanabe is a three-point
Utah
maestro.
Watanabe is now apparently Steph Curry reincarnated.
Maestro,
now, speaking of Steph Curry,
Segue.
You see that
Nice.
3-pointer he had last
I
night at the end
did,
of the
bro. I
game
did.
against Houston?
Just
Where the coach
classic.
on the Houston bench
Classic.
was just like put us like in shock, right?
Yeah, man.
But the biggest story of that game, Steph did Steph things, another 30-plus point explosion from him. But Klay Thompson, 41 points last night.
Yeah.
Of course, he was talking a lot about how his game's coming back. Just be patient. I'm coming. And people were saying that Jordan Poole should be starting.
Yeah, I
right?
saw a lot of that.
They still give 120 points to Houston, which is not good.
No.
But is a game like this from Klay kind of the spark the Warriors need to kind of reignite them and kind of get them on a roll? Because they're 8-9 right now, 11th place in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
Is this what the Warriors need to kind of propel their season to get back on track?
Absolutely. I think this was a huge game. Also, because the Warriors, they have not been playing well on the road. Right? On the road, they didn't win until last night.
That was their first road win.
That was their first road win. So that's one factor. And then when you're talking about Klay Thompson, a lot of the discourse this season so far is like, is he cooked? Like, seriously,
is he done?
Is he done?
Yeah.
Right? We're not going to see the Klay from before.
We're never going to see that guy that Klay was a couple of years ago, where he was just a two-way stopper.
That's what I think NBA fans need to understand, right? I think the problem is the defense was gone. Like, it's gone after those injuries that he suffered, right? So, but in terms of this offensive game that he had, 41, like, yes, this was what the Warriors needed.
20 points in the first quarter, right?
Yeah, he went crazy. It was Game 6 Klay all over again.
Exactly.
So I think the Warriors definitely needed this. You got the road win under your belt. Steph was shooting the ball well. If you could just have the guys believe, right? I think they do believe that they'll be fine, and I believe they'll be fine.
Right.
It's early in the year, right? They're coming off of what happened with Draymond. Let's be honest with ourselves. That was a major reason why I think they haven't been playing well, right? Because that's in the back of their mind. And as for Klay Thompson, he's still trying to get himself back. He's still not in form, okay?
Nope.
So if you look at that point, yes, this was a good win. It's a team that you should beat, right? And like you did mention, though, giving up that many points against the Rockets,
and it was close at points, right?
that is not good. Their defense, that's the reason why they're struggling this year. It's the defense. It's not the offense. They're one of the best offenses in the league, but this was a great game for Klay.
Well, you know, the way I see it is Steph's been playing unbelievable this year. You know, I think it's kind of got lost in the shuffle because they haven't been doing well as a team, but individually, Steph Curry's been probably the best we've ever seen him, right?
Had better, all the major stats are better than his unanimous MVP.
Exactly. He's on fire right now,
So.
Steph. Klay, of course, last night might be the kickstart to him getting back.
Yeah.
I think last year people forgot he averaged 20 points a game.
He did.
Coming back from that injury. Now, again, those are rough injuries he got. It takes time. He lost some of his, he wasn't the most athletic guy to begin with.
No, but like his speed, right?
The lateral movement, the lateral
gone.
quickness, that stuff's not going to be the same ever again. The only thing I'm worried about with the Warriors is the whole Draymond situation and them kind of knowing that
this is the end. This
is
the end.
Pretty much their last year, right? I think it's kind of written in stone that the Warriors don't want to pay that huge luxury tax bill, especially for Draymond.
I wouldn't.
It wouldn't make sense, right? Now, you're hearing reports that they might be in on a potential trade some of those young assets, try to extend the window.
I've seen some stuff about Gary Trent Jr.
Right? You saw Ben Simmons' name being floated out around.
Yeah, man.
I think the Warriors, it's going to be interesting to see what they have to do. The next couple of weeks, I think, up until Christmas, is going to tell a lot about, okay, are they going to just ride these guys out one more time, or are they going to make a splashy move?
And I think they will make a deal.
You think
I don't know who it is,
move?
but I think they're going to make a deal.
Okay.
This season, yeah.
What do you think? You think it's going to be...
I think they're going to bring in an all-star.
An all-star?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're going to give up their younger guys.
They're going to give up Moses Moody, James Wiseman, Kuminga.
They might give those guys up for somebody that will help them get a 5th championship.
Okay.
In this run. That's what I think.
I
think Bob Myers wants to win again.
Okay.
Right? And he feels like, and I not just him, I think everyone knows it's inevitable.
Well, because Steph's playing out of his mind, right? So you want to extend this for as long as you can.
Yeah, the run is going to end really soon. So I think this is their last dance, right? The last dance.
I think with Draymond, this is Draymond's last year in Golden State.
Agreed.
But if I'm the Warriors, I'm going to keep those young players, right? Because there's talent there.
There is.
And they don't get the reps that other young players will get because they play on the Golden State Warriors. Yeah. But I think keep the young players
and like see their progression and stuff,
right?
Because they're bringing Wiseman back to the G League, right?
Back in the G League
and stuff like
he's
that.
He's not playing in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna want to give him minutes to make sure he can develop.
Yeah.
I think if I'm the Warriors, what'd you win on last year? Strength in numbers, right?
That is true.
Just continue with the strength in numbers, right? So, but we shall see what's up with the Warriors, what's up with the Raptors, what's up with the NBA. We'll be back tomorrow to discuss more. This has been Homestand TV.